Welcome to the Golden Seams, where we, Gabe and Michelle, your hosts, invite you to join us on a transformative journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Our podcast is all about helping you uncover your authentic self, find your true calling, and create prosperity in alignment with your deepest values and aspirations.
We're excited to bring you our Mastermind Memoir segment, where we spotlight extraordinary individuals who are making waves in their fields. Our mission is to showcase people who are not just dreaming big, but living those dreams authentically and creating a tangible impact on the world.
What sets our guests apart is their expertise and passion. These aren't just casual conversations. We're bringing you trusted voices who are at the forefront of their industries.
We've handpicked each guest to ensure you're getting valuable insights and a healthy dose of inspiration. And don't worry if you want to connect with our guests. You'll find their contact information linked below and on our website, thegoldenseams.com, under Trusted Resources.
We think these individuals and their stories might just be the catalyst for your own extraordinary journey. Today, we're thrilled to bring you another episode of our Mastermind Memoir segment. Our guest today is someone who has spent over 16 years dedicated to the art of holistic healing. Maria, the founder of Corpo, Alma Healing. You can find her at corpoalmahealing.com.
Maria's story is deeply rooted in a rich family legacy of natural healing, and her journey spans both continents and cultures. She's a certified practitioner in energy healing, sound healing, EFT, TAT, Qigong, and shamanic healing, blending these ancient traditions with a deep commitment to global well-being.
Born and raised in Brazil, Maria's connection to holistic healing started at just 6 years old. With Transcendental Meditation, it wasn't long before she realized that this wasn't just a practice, it was a family legacy. Her great-grandparents were natural healers, and their wisdom has flowed through Maria and continues to guide her every day.
After moving to the United States 26 years ago, Maria faced significant family challenges, but she turned these trials into opportunities for spiritual growth. She immersed herself in diverse healing practices, continually discovering new ways to nurture and empower those around her. Her journey has been one of constant learning, and through it all, she's been absolutely amazed by the transformative power of energy and the natural wisdom that's available to us all.
Maria believes that our ultimate purpose is to serve and nurture one another, and that's what fuels her dedication to holistic healing. Today, we're so excited to dive into her journey and explore how ancient healing traditions can be used to foster personal and global well-being.
We're about to explore Maria's deep-rooted passion for healing, how she integrates energy into her practices, and the ways in which she's helping people live fuller, more vibrant lives. Among Maria's expertise is teaching people how to establish and protect their energetic boundaries. This is something we all can benefit from, especially in a world where our energy can be easily drained or affected by those around us. Maria, welcome to the Golden Seams.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Thank you. Maria, how did you first discover your calling as a shaman, and what role do energetic boundaries play in your practice?
As a shaman, it has been a little bit more recent. I was always very connected. I have been always very connected to the earth, very connected. And throughout our lives here in the US, a lot of challenges happened in our family, and I delve deeper into energetic healing. So shamanism happened after I had explored quite a lot of techniques in energy healing, Qigong practices, yoga, the meditation that I had started very, very early in Brazil. And then I started having more dreams about the indigenous people, and I connected very deeply with Alberto Viodo from the Four Winds Society several years ago. Not directly with him, but I saw his school, and there was the ding inside my head, in my heart said, you have to go, you have to go. This is the next step. So I couldn't do it at that time. It was pretty expensive, the shamanic course. I couldn't do it. And during the pandemic, right at the beginning of the pandemic, it happened and I could do it. And it was exactly the right time for me to do the shamanic healing. So then shamanism I went back home, I would say that. Back home to my heart, to heal wounds. Boundaries, energetic boundaries are definitely, during healing, are incredibly important. And shamanism has wonderful tools for that. Breathing, opening the sacred space, opening the veil of light around us, the Viracocha. All those techniques help a lot to define energetic boundaries. But I'm constantly exploring how to go deeper with the energetic boundaries, understanding also that is we are so deeply connected that is impossible, practically, virtually impossible for us to isolate ourselves. We are constantly merging energy fields. Sometimes we don't know exactly what it is, what it's deeper inside of us that will be triggered in the next encounter.
Explain the concept of energetic boundaries from your perspective. How do they differ from physical or emotional boundaries, perhaps?
I have been always very, very sensitive to energy. What we call, yes, probably you are too, the
Yes.
empaths.
Yes.
So the world around us that is happening around us for somebody very sensitive to energy, that world is happening inside of us at the same time. I remember clearly when I was younger, if I passed by literally somebody with a headache, immediately I had a headache. If I was with family members that were sad or angry, all of a sudden I started feeling that. I say that now. Back then, I definitely didn't understand what was happening. It was
Yes.
just an overwhelming input of emotions, which
Yeah.
I certainly at that time didn't have tools to deal with.
Right.
This is one thing. Physically, we can set boundaries when people get too close to your personal space. You say, excuse me, you're too close. You can say that. Some people will respect that, others won't. This is the physical boundary, also involve choosing, I think, the choice of not wanting to share your space with somebody that doesn't make you feel comfortable or you don't feel safe. You can even feel that in the physical reality. Energetic boundaries differ in the sense, let me see if I can explain the way I feel, how I see these energetic boundaries. When you're connecting with somebody and you're exchanging, you're having a conversation, there is a natural flow of energy back and forth. Sometimes one person is gonna talk a little bit more, share more information, and the other will come back with some other information, and there is a natural flow. For those sensitive to energy, it's almost like palpable, that flow. That is like the circle, right? Between from the heart and mouth and mind, and it keeps on going, that movement. Some people that you can sense, they have the tendency to draw in energies when they are in contact with other humans, other people. They take energy, and you can sense that some call it energy vampires. They cannot sustain their energetic cycle inside of them or energetic storage in their own bodies. They don't, it's an unconscious movement, in my opinion, from my experience with energy. It is not a conscious movement, but they come and you feel your energy being pulled completely from your system. And that's why some people say, oh, after I talk to so and so, I feel completely drained. I don't have energy. or after I talk to somebody, I feel so angry, or I have a headache, right? So then you are understanding that those are not harmonious energetic exchange. When you're trying to create boundaries for that, first of all, you have to really know yourself, know your own body, know your emotions, and know your own triggers. Because for each one of us is going to be very different, depending on our life story, depending on the wounds that we bring and are not resolved, are not healed in us. They can be triggered. And in that triggering, sometimes you can connect with others that might even increase that emotion, that feeling inside of you. Does it make sense? Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes. Does that make sense, Gabe?
Yes. I very much can remember several experiences at different times where I've felt drained and maybe didn't realize it right away at the beginning of the relationships. It took time to identify it.
Or even you're so close to somebody, you don't even realize it's their energy. You think it's your own. And then when they leave or go away for a little bit or something, and all of a sudden you feel this sort of rebalancing of yourself, and then they come back and it becomes very clear.
Yeah.
There is one important thing that I wanted to share that I learned a lot in shamanism too. We are constantly exchanging energy and we are connecting with others through particular chakras of the body. I hope anybody listening knows what chakras are, the energetic vortices that we have within the body. We throw streamers of energy at each other with our consciousness, with our thoughts, with our feelings and emotions. Some people can even invade our energetic space with their streamers, creating an energetic hook in our system. And happens a lot to loved ones. Someone in this relationship doesn't know exactly how to nurture themselves or how to keep their energy in movement or store that energy for life, for daily life. For example, your significant one is away but doesn't know how to deal with his own emotions, her own emotions, and he constantly is pulling the energy because there is a hook, energetic hook connected to the other one. So it's constantly, so the other one might be home, one might be at work. The one at work is depleted of his energy or her energy, and all of a sudden he is receiving more. Why is it he or she receiving more energy? It goes through this hook of energy. All of a sudden, the one that stays at home is feeling depleted, is feeling something is weird about their energetic systems. They can feel emotionally unwell. And those are, we call it toxic energetic connections that need boundaries. Definitely need boundaries. In shamanic healing, we call it cutting cords, keeping the cords of love that can never be cut, and cutting everything else, because all of us are capable of storing energy, producing more energy, and circulating that energy within our body. With few exceptions, when somebody's sick, the person that is sick, family members will consciously, unconsciously, we project or give the other one that is sick energy. It's a natural movement of energy that is not unhealthy.
Wow. That is incredible to hear it summed up like that when we all experience it, I think in different ways. Maria, you put that so well. Thank you. Want to experience the full power of the golden seams? Head over to our Patreon now and join us as a Golden Alchemist or on the Kintsugi Path, where you'll get access to our transformative deep meditation, powerful subliminal audio, and a custom mandala, all designed to help you manifest the life you truly desire. Don't wait to start living authentically. Join the Golden Seams Patreon today and remember who you truly are. What are some common signs that a person's energetic boundaries may be weak or compromised?
Fatigue, constant headache, sleepiness, person constantly feels sleepy, yawning. All of a sudden, that person starts yawning a lot. Those are some things that I observe over the years. I'm sure there are different other practitioners might see even different things. Behaviors, all of a sudden change in behaviors, obsessive thinking, or particular thoughts that weren't present before.
It's running through my head.
Does it make sense?
Yes, so many different situations. Definitely.
Yeah. I remember that might be a little too much for some people to hear that, but I will share something. It happened to me a lot in the past. I was always very connected with the spiritual practices and all of that. Maybe there was a time, I don't know exactly what was happening in that particular time, but I was bombarded by energetic input that wasn't mine. It happened also in a time when I was developing more and more my spiritual practices. I remember we lived in Colorado, going to sleep. I was about to fall asleep. I could feel an energetic, I would say almost a blob, dense blob of energy trying to really come into my head. There were a few times it succeeded. It made it very difficult for me to come out of that sleep. I wanted to wake up, but I couldn't wake up. Do you understand what I'm saying? I am not
Completely.
saying that it's very different when you go to bed, you go to sleep, and then you are about to wake up, say, oh, I wish I'd stayed a little longer in bed because I'm tired. Very different. That is a very different. It feels like for a moment, your consciousness has been hijacked. That is for a moment. But our practices will always be the boundaries that kick in and send those energies out.
Oh, wow.
Those things can happen. A person can feel that, can feel really off. Definitely the energetic boundaries have been compromised. There is one thing too, a lot of people are not even aware of their own body, don't have awareness of their own energy. Some people have the energy outside a little bit of the body, not grounded. For that, sometimes it's hard for them to identify those things.
Maria, when you talk about practices as boundaries, can you share some of those practices with us?
Absolutely. To me, the main, if anybody listening thinks, oh, I don't want to do a bunch of things, I want one thing. Be in charge of your physical body, fully and completely inside the body. To be inside of the body, we have to understand the energetic, the principle of fire down, water up. Energetically, we want to keep our abdominal area warm and really to be grounded. Things you can do is move, really contract the intrinsic muscles and sphincter to bring down the energy from the head all the way down. You're going to warm it up. This is a practice in Kundalini Yoga too. Very, very, very powerful. I learned that at a time when I was very, very ungrounded, and my teachers taught me, do it while you're driving, when you're walking, when you're talking to somebody. It has been wonderful, wonderful. The principle of fire down and the water up, you have calmness in the head. This is one thing you can really check. Am I inside my body? Can I feel my toes? Do I feel the soles of my feet? Quick scanning of the body. Do I feel every part of me? My hands, my face? Do I notice my breath, my heartbeat? Sometimes I have people coming for a sound bath and we do some heart math breathing. Recently, there was a guy and he said, I cannot feel my heart. I cannot feel my heartbeat. Things like that. Own your own energy inside your own body. First, be aware of that. Be aware of that. Am I inside my body, or am I thinking too much? And the more I am out here, my energy is up here. There is more vulnerability for us not to realize when boundaries have been crossed in that case. Other things we can practice: grounding often, barefoot in nature. Barefoot in nature. Hands hugging a tree, hands on a tree. If you don't want to hug,
To be a tree hugger.
oh,
Well, now's your chance.
oh, you have to come here and walk with me. I hug trees all the time. I am that one, the tree hugger that people write about. I said those weirdos, right?
I'm ready to be a weirdo. If it increases my energetic boundaries, I'm all for it.
Definitely. Because the more, for example, in case of the tree, or touching the hands of the tree, the more you can hug, or you can place the palms of your hands in the trunk of the tree, on the trunk, you can feel, the more you do that, you can feel the vibration of the tree, of the earth, and you feel so incredibly grounded. You become that tree trunk. That is incredibly powerful. Other things you can do, you can use crystals for protection. They have to call you. It's not like, I want to pick this kind of crystal because somebody told me. Some crystals are very good for certain things. For example, black tourmaline help protect your field from radiation. That is a very good one, especially nowadays that we are constantly having electronic devices around us using all the time. This is important. Amethyst is a very well-known crystal for protection, healing. One can think of the violet flame of Saint Germain, invoking the violet flame. Even the mind invoking light and protection is enough, There's another thing also that I learned in shamanism. Everything is imagination. The more creative, the more imaginative we are, the better will be for us to deal with any energies that come our way or that we feel uncomfortable with, that we can have this sense of protection. We can call, say, I know angels, I know you're there. My angels, surround me right now with this light.
It's so beautiful.
See the columns of light, which I like to put a lot of column of light behind, in front, left side, right side, below and above and through. You see yourself as a column of light, surrounded by light. Those things are important. There are so many more. And prayer too. Prayer can be whatever you define is a prayer. Our thoughts are prayers. Our words, when you say in the day, when you wake up in the day, thank you for my life. Thank you for my heartbeat, my breath. I am so grateful for this day. This is a prayer. I know this day is going to be a beautiful day, that I'm going to have harmonious relationships, peaceful relationships. I will grow with it. People that are in contact with me also will grow and benefit from this beautiful day. This is a prayer. Things like that we can do already shift the vibration that surrounds our body, surrounds our minds.
That's wonderful. I love that so much. It's amazing.
I love this too. One thing too, It doesn't mean that you're not going to feel sometimes certain things, heavy things. First of all, because sometimes they are just being shown to us, the parts of us that need attention. When we say, oh, so and so has this energy that triggers me, feels that is invading me. But then sometimes we have to look at those things, those energies, as teachers. What do I have? Do I have something in me unresolved that these kind of energies triggering me? I feel invaded and I don't know why. So it's self-reflection also is important for boundaries.
How do you see the relationship between energetic boundaries and physical or mental health? For example, if somebody's starting to feel fatigued, do you see that relationship more than that? Can it go further than that? How we can share our energy with somebody when they're not feeling well and we can help them feel better? Can you expand more on that?
Absolutely.
If you found value in today's episode, we invite you to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit. That wraps up our segment with Maria from Corpo, Alma Healing. We've only scratched the surface of her incredible work in holistic healing, energy work, and sound therapy. It's clear that Maria's approach goes beyond just physical healing. It's about reclaiming and protecting our energy, which is something so many of us struggle with.
For those of you who are curious to learn more, we've got something truly special for you. If you become a part of the Golden Seams Patreon community, you'll gain access to the full interview with Maria, and she's offered something very unique.
This is a chance to experience firsthand how Maria shares specific tools to protect and reclaim your energy in everyday life that can help you feel more balanced and empowered.
Whether you're new to energy work or looking to strengthen your practice, Maria's approach to energetic regulation and your boundaries is something you won't want to miss. It's an opportunity to truly connect with your own energy in a meaningful way.
To unlock this exclusive content, just visit our Patreon link below. Your support helps us continue bringing you inspiring stories and transformative practices from incredible guests like Maria.
Thank you for joining us on the Golden Seams. We look forward to having you with us next time. And remember, taking care of your journey isn't just a practice, it's a way of life.
Until next time, keep nurturing yourself, your energy, and your highest potential. This is Gabe and Miche signing off from the Golden Seams. May your path be golden, and may you find the strength to mend and beautify the broken parts of your life, just like the art of kintsugi. Take care, and we'll see you in our next episode.